Hi and welcome back, and today I want to talk about handling toddler tantrums. And to be honest, toddler tantrums can be the most challenging and frustrating things to deal with as parents. And if you've ever carried a screaming child from a shop, I know you understand what I mean. For me, I'm a mom of three, and you can believe me that I've had my fair share of these emotional hurricanes over time. And that's why I made this video today, to just share with you some of the best ways that you can use when these tantrums arise, and these are ways that actually work. So the first thing that you can do when these tantrums arise is to try and stay calm. I know staying calm is one of the difficult things to do right now, but it's one of the best and most important thing to do. And one of the things that can help you stay calm is understanding that when your toddler is having a tantrum, they're not trying to give you a hard time. They're actually going through this hard time themselves, and they depend on you to cool that tantrum down or just provide what they need at the moment. And the second thing that can help you stay calm is understand that these are a toddler who has been in this world for such a short time, and they haven't developed some of their skills like emotional regulation and self-control, or even logical reasoning like us as adults. And their brain is still learning how to manage those big feelings. And for them to regulate their emotions, they want you to be calm too. So you as a parent, if you respond with yelling, frustration, or even anger, it usually escalates those tantrums. So when your child is having those tantrums, they are not thinking logically, but they are reacting emotionally. So a loud or a harsh response can make them feel even more overwhelmed. So instead of raising your voice at that moment, try to lower your voice and slow your movements and ground yourself before reacting. So even a deep breath can help you respond rather than react. So your calm presence will bring a sense of safety. That's what helps a tantrum pass more quickly. So the second thing to do when a tantrum arises is acknowledge their feelings. So one of the most effective things that you can do during a tantrum is to acknowledge how your toddler feels. Because when your child is overwhelmed, they are not looking for logic correction in that moment, but they are struggling with emotions they don't even know how to manage. So instead of saying things like "stop crying," try saying something like, "I see you're upset, yes, but we have to leave." Or something like, "I see you're upset, but you can't have this." So this will make them feel like you care about their feelings too, and it doesn't mean that you're giving in. It simply helps your child feel understood, which often reduces the intensity of the meltdown. And feeling seen can be incredibly calming for a toddler. And you can still keep your boundary while still showing empathy. And sometimes that small shift in how we respond to toddlers can make a big difference. So the third thing that you can do when these tantrums arise is to try and keep your boundaries firm. So while empathy is important, it's equally important to keep your boundaries firm. So giving in during a tantrum may stop the crying in the moment, but do you know what this does to your child? It teaches them that screaming or melting down is an effective way to get what they want. But toddlers actually feel safer when limits are clear and consistent. So clear boundaries will help them understand what to expect and what's allowed. So even if your child protests at first, it teaches them to stick to that boundary. So setting clear boundaries is so important. So the fourth thing is offer choices. So this is so important because toddlers crave independence, and many tantrums are triggered when your toddler feels powerless. So offering simple choices can prevent unnecessary power struggles. So instead of directing them with commands, you can also involve them in decisions. Do you want the red shoes or the blue shoes? Now the key here is to offer choices that are both acceptable to you, and this will give your child a sense of control while keeping you in charge. And often those small choices can completely diffuse a meltdown. So the other thing to do, and this is way more of a preventive measure, is use transition warnings. Tantrums frequently happen during transition. So stopping playtime or leaving the park, or just telling your child you have to go to bed abruptly, will always make these tantrums arise, because sudden changes can feel so shocking to a toddler. So giving them a gentle warning will help them prepare mentally. You can say 5 more minutes and we're leaving, or like you can say 5 more minutes and you're going to bed. So this reduces the feeling of something being taken away unexpectedly, and it helps prevent tantrums. Yes, it might not eliminate every tantrum, but it can significantly reduce resistance, and so predictability is very comforting for young children. So the other important thing that you can do is to teach emotional skills to your toddler, and that's why the teaching should happen after they've calmed down. So after the meltdown, now you can teach them better ways to express feelings, and you can also teach them to express themselves verbally instead of screaming. So over time, this will build emotional awareness and healthier coping skills. So toddler tantrums are not a sign that you're failing as a parent. They are a normal part of development as your child learns how to handle frustrations, disappointment, and big emotions. So what matters most is not stopping every tantrum, but guiding your child through them with patience, consistency, and understanding. So I hope this video was helpful for you, and let me know in the comments which tip resonated with you. Like, which one do you plan to start using? Or just comment any parenting struggles that you're currently facing. I read and respond to your comments, so I'd love to hear from you. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. So you can click here to watch another video. Just check out this playlist for more, and bye.